to crack a cold. Nice cold drink for this one. Mostly want to see if this is going to work. I just found out that Android doesn't let you record internal audio, so I have to play it through the speaker to pick it up. We'll see how it goes. This is what I want to talk about, because I'm about to... leftists are going nuts on Twitter, and it's fucking beautiful. They're trying to drum up some kind of, if you don't care about the children on the border, you're basically a terrible person thing. Guess what? I don't care about any of that. I don't. I care about American citizens, whether they're Hispanic, Black, Muslim, whatever, and their safety in their communities, and their rights, and their right to safety. I don't care about those people that decide to make the stupid trip to our country knowing the way our laws are. Leftists seem to forget that these are laws enacted by them. They seem to forget that. And so they try to turn this narrative like, who cares what the last president did? This matters now. Why didn't it matter then? People are nuts. But I wanted to show this because Fake Tears Richard MaddCow had me in fucking stitches. So I just want to watch this again before I continue talking.
The AP has just broken some new news. This has just come out from the Associated Press. This is incredible. Trump administration officials have been sending babies and other young children... Oh, hold on.
I can't have one of those.
To at least 3... Put up the graphic of this. Thank you. Do we have it? No. 3 tender age shelters in South Texas. Lawyers and medical providers. Just... I think I'm going to have to hand this off. Yeah. Sorry. That does it for us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow. No,
this is cringe to the max. Here's the thing. Rachel Maddow doesn't care about those migrant kids. She doesn't give two shits. She couldn't give two shits about them if she didn't say anything under Obama. And those pictures that we have under Obama were widespread. They were reported by various news outlets, but nobody was like complaining. They were just showing. She didn't speak up then. She wasn't on television crying then. Not to mention the fact that she's not even calling out the appropriate people. And if reports are to be believed, what Trump did with his executive order is going to be ruled illegal. It's not going to be ruled legitimate, and it's going to be repealed anyways, and we're going to go right back to what we're doing to these kids. So she doesn't give a shit because she's not holding Democrats' feet to the fire. Right? She's not saying, hey, Democrats, you need to get into that room with Republicans, and you guys need to sort this shit out. Is she? She's not. She's just putting all the blame on Trump. Prepping Democrats, getting them Democrats ready for midterms and getting ready for 2020. The smear campaign. What can we do? What can we latch on to? Well, if we drum up moral outrage now, we make... And the shit that I'm seeing on Twitter as well, right? It's abysmal. Likening their conditions to that of concentration camps. Yeah, you're right, because I was totally wondering when Trump was going to start marching these kids into gas chambers. Right? Because, I mean, I just... It's taking way too long. And I'm sorry. Also, when are we going to start the human testing? I'm sure we have some immigrant twins that we can perform experiments on. It's astounding. Everything to these... There's a great meme about this shit. I wish I had it. But it's like... Everyone I don't like is a Nazi. And... that's their view. Everything is boiled down to Nazism. with you people. Here's the thing. We have laws that were passed by Congress. I guess maybe they don't teach civics anymore. But Congress passes a law, and then that law is enforced by the federal government. Trump is enforcing law that is on the books. If you do not like that law, if you think that law is disgusting, which I don't see why you would, because you passed it. Half of you are career politicians. You've been in office for an eternity. If you don't like it, get in there, work with the Republicans, and change it. Because usually, and I always say this, I say this to my leftist friends, I say this to my right-wing friends. We have an obligation to force our politicians to work together for our betterment. Because at the end of the day, if they don't get anything done, it doesn't hurt us, or it doesn't hurt them, right? They're still going to go home to their mansions. They're still going to walk around with their bodyguards. They're still going to go hang out at fancy little dinner parties with lobbyists and, multinational corporations. They're going to do all that. The ones that get stiffed are us. And those of you buying into this partisan hackery that believe Richard MaddCow here is actually crying and actually cares about those immigrant children, then nothing's going to get done. Nothing is going to change if you don't start holding the first group of people that we should hold accountable for the information that they spew is the fourth estate, is the media. Hold Fox News, CNN, MSNBC on this issue. I don't care who you are. If you took a class in 8th grade called civics, or even watched that I'm a Bill blah 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 bullshit when you were a kid, then you know the fault isn't on that of Donald Trump. It's on Congress, Republicans and Democrats alike. Obviously, at the end of the day, I don't like seeing kids separated from the families. I'm not losing sleep over it, though. I don't give a shit in the regards that I feel bad for the child. It's a shitty situation. Their parents shouldn't have brought them over here. They knew they were taking a risk of that happening coming over here. They decided to do it anyways. It's been all over the news for the longest time that this is what's happening. I'm sure that other people have heard the horror stories of their kids being separated from them. If you don't want that, hold your media feet to the fire. Tell them, why are you not calling out Democrats? Why are they not at the negotiating table with the Republicans? Because they work for us. We pay them. We want this fixed permanently. Not an executive order that's going to be shut down by a judge somewhere. If you don't think that it's possible, it happened with parts of the travel ban to the point where it had to go to the Supreme Court and get ruled constitutional. So it can and probably will happen. And when that's deemed illegal, it goes right back to putting these kids in detention centers. So if you want this changed, hold this little boy's feet to the fire. Tell him to report the facts. Tell him that he needs to be telling Democrats and Republicans in the House and in the Senate to get a bill together that fixes this. Do you think it's that big of a problem? Personally, I don't. I think it's a great deterrent. Sucks for the kids, but at the end of the day, our job is to protect the American people, not protect the citizens of Mexico. Build the motherfucking wall.